Hey, how's everyone doing? Happy Harry Potter Day. As you can see, I have my Hogwarts cloak on today, or robe, or whatever it's called. So anyway, this is our first homeschool live video math lesson. Okay, so we are going to start with a little review of what we were doing right before we left a couple weeks ago. So I want to remind you what we were doing is multiplying fractions. Okay, so we're going to look and review today both multiplying a fraction by a whole number and also multiplying a fraction by a fraction. Okay, so we'll start this week with a little bit of review before we jump into some new things. So I want to remind you, when we multiply a fraction by a whole number, the first thing we have to do is take the whole number and turn it into a fraction. Now, anytime we have a whole number that we want to write as a fraction, we simply take that number and make that the numerator and put it over the denominator of 1. So we're going to rewrite this fraction as 5/6 times 3 over 1. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is multiply the numerator by the numerator. So 5 times 3 is 15. And the denominator by the denominator. So 6 times 1 is 6. Now, you may be feeling like we're done, but remember, we're not done. There's a couple of reasons. The first thing we want to do is we want to reduce the fraction that we have here. So we say, is there any factor greater than 1 that 15 and 6 share? So what is the greatest common factor, in other words? And the greatest common factor of 15 and 6 is 3. So I'm going to divide 15 divided by 3 equals 5. And 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So now I'm left with 5 halves. Right? So the final step that we're going to take here is we have an improper fraction right now, or a fathead as we call them, and we're going to convert that into a mixed number. So we divide the numerator, 5, by 2, and we say 2 goes into 5 2 times, which is 4, with a remainder of 1. So the quotient becomes our whole number. So 2. The remainder becomes our new numerator, 1. And the denominator stays the same. So our answer to 5/6 times 3 is 2.5. Let's get to the next one now. We have 3/5 times 2/7. Okay, so again, this is more straightforward. We're just going to multiply the numerator times the numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. And the denominator times the denominator. 5 times 7 is 35. Okay? This is a fraction that cannot be reduced. There is no common factor greater than 1. So we're done. Nice and easy here, right? So 3/5 times 2/7 is 6/35. So with that in mind, I would like you to try a few of these problems independently. Okay? Hopefully it'll come back to you quickly. So at home, I have 6 problems here that I'd like you to try. 3 of them feature fractions times whole numbers, and 3 of them feature fractions times fractions. I want you to remember that all of your answers should be reduced or simplified as low as they can go, and that all of your answers should be written as either a proper fraction or a mixed number. Good luck with this. If you have any problems at all, or if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments of either this video or the comments on the Google Classroom post where this will be posted. Okay, good luck, and I'll see you soon.